Welcome back, dear students. By the time you are watching this video, if you are following up our playlist on SQL, by this time you already know how to create a database table and how to create database, and also how to precise the different constraints that each field might be provided with. In this video, we shall see how to populate database tables using SQL. You also use SQL to add new data to database. To add a record into a table, we use the insert command which has a syntax. So I have insert into, and I put a table name inside. I precise the column where I want to add the different values. Then I have what the keyword values. I precise all the values. So value 1 matches column 1, value 2, column 2, and so on. And the value n matches this one. Never forgetting a semicolon at the end. Note, the syntax above is mainly used when we are to insert records in some or all fields of the table. If you are to add records in all the fields of the table, the syntax above can be used as well, but the simplified syntax below is best to use. So I will simply have insert into table. Insert into, I precise the table name, then values, I put a different value, my semicolon at the end. So when you are to insert values in specific fields, this is the best choice to use, this particular one. But if you are to insert in all the different fields of the table, you can either use this, but the suitable one which which minimizes your time is this. You simply say insert into table name. You don't precise the column again because SQL will know that you are inserting data into all the different fields, and these values must match the field as it is in the table. Note, when inserting records, do not make the following errors. 1. All string values should be in between a double quote or single quote. Date values must be of the format year, month, date, and in between single quotes. For field containing enums, make sure you correctly enter a value corresponding to the option provided by the enum during the table creation. For primary key values, make sure there is no repeated value with the one already present. For foreign key fields, make sure the value matches the primary key values of the table it references. So for each of them, we are going to write and see the error that will be generated. As example, they say using SQL, enter the following record into the table high school. So I have two records here, as you can see. I'm going to add each of these records, making some of these errors so that you will see. But when we start with Microsoft, with my SQL, is that the three table we created in the previous video. We had department, employee, high school, and here we are working on the table high school. So when I come on the table high school, first of all, if I want to insert data, I will simply come here. If I want to use the component provided, I enter the values, this one, this. So it's that I made test before. So the first one is LSS2, which is this, Bele, Irma. The last name, Agnes. Then it is a female and a date of birth. Simply click here and I choose date of birth. They say it is 2004. So I will select this. But it's not 2004 yet. So I can hide it myself 2004. I precise 1201. As you can see. Then I put a class. That is how you can use a different component. From there, you simply take go. But we are inserted with the SQL. So I come on SQL. What do we have? Remember that when we were doing SQL, we said that SQL was mainly created to extract values. That's why when you open SQL, the first query you see is always a select command. So I will say insert into, what is the table name? The table name here is high school. I will not precise the different columns. I will just say values because I'm filling everything. So I have, it's a voucher. So LSS2. Then I have Mbele, Irma, Agnes, female, and date of birth in single quote, the year first of all, 2004, 1201. The class LSS. So yes, let me put LSS. without a quote. Then I have the email, which is, let me use double quotes, meals1@gmail.com. Then I have no, that is not a repeater. I close and I put a semicolon. So if I run this, it says error, unknown column LSS in the field list. So you see that we do not recognize, but let me put in quotes so that you will see that the error is not actually it. If I put, for example, LSD, when I run this, they say warning, data truncated for class at row 1. When they say data truncated, let us see. If I go to structure of the table, let me cancel this. Let me copy this code first of all so that I'm going to paste it without copying it again. If I come on structure, where are we? Browse, sorry. You see that for this particular table, the class, there is no value. It has preferred to put a null value because among the different enums, we had LSA, LSS, USA, USS. But in my query, I used but LSD, which is not among the values. So my SQL decided to put it as a null value. So let me go back my SQL and I paste it. Let me So this is what we had first of all. Instead of LSD, I put LSS and this level. I have this. So if I run this now, they say duplicate entry LSS2. It's a duplicate entry because I'm trying to enter a particular value which already exists because it has saved the first record just that the class was not with this particular value. So I will simply change this. So let me copy back this. I will copy, then I come on browse. At this level, I first of all delete this particular record. You are going to see the SQL query for that. Then I come back here and I paste. So now if I run, everything is okay. She has been added to database. As you can see, we have S2. Everything is okay. We proceed now to the second record. And the second record, I will simply paste and modify again. With the second record, you realize that we don't have values for all the field because for the field last name, nothing is there. So a student could decide to precise the column. That is, he will precise matriculation, first name, middle name, sex, date of birth, class, school name, and repeater. Or a different student will simply come at the level of last name. First of all, let us start. The matricle is USS1. USS1. The name is Chubo. Then Maeva. For the last one, I will simply put a space. Then female. Here we had 2003. Then 03. We have USS and the email is show us5@gmail.com. Repeater, no. Or a student could simply precise all the different fields. So if I run this, everything is okay. When I come on browse, I have the records. As you can see, everything is okay. That is what we have. Always pay attention, dear students. So now let us go and do the same thing on Microsoft Access and see how it's going to be. Back on Microsoft Access, you can either decide to come and fill as you can see, or you can decide to use your SQL. So I will come on create, query design, SQL. If I paste this, so if I run, they say you are about to append one row, meaning that you are about to modify to add value to one row. When you take yes, everything is okay because you will not see the change directly like you can on Microsoft Access. For you to see the change, you will simply need to come and open it now. From there now, you can see. If I close now and I modify now, let me copy the one for the other student. Before that, let me save this as insertion record 1 high school. So it's that now it is different. You see that the icon is different. It shows that it is an insertion you did. So when I close this, create query design SQL. When I paste now, let us see. If I put a value that does not correspond to the enum, like for example G, let us see how the error will be at this level. It says syntax error, missing operator in query expression USS1. So the error is at this level. Let us change this code. So if I run now, they say missing operator in query expression USS1. If we run, we are at this level. Single quotes are a type when you copy, so always pay attention. So if I run now, same thing again. So I need to change each of them. If I run now, you are about to append one row. You can't use the undo command to reverse the change. Are you sure you want to append? Yes. So let us open now high school and see. So here it came and I put G, whereas G is not supposed to be there. So it's that here it does not truncate the value as Microsoft Access do. That is why it is always advised, dear students, to use MySQL for your database questions. So I will come back here and I will just change this G to F. If I run again, we are going to have duplicate values. Say can't allow record in the append query. So I will simply close this. I come on high school. I delete this particular record. Yes. Then I run this query again. Yes. So when you come here, you will not see the table. You will not see the record. Do not think that it has not been added. Simply need to close and open it back. And that is our record. So I will save this as insertion record number 2 high school, and everything is okay. So I close this and I close this. Go back to our node. Those are the SQL queries. For multiple rows insertion, we can combine the insertion using the syntax below. So I will have insert into, I have table name, I preside the column. Then values, I put each pair of value inside the bracket. So first bracket for the first record, second bracket for the other records, and that, and so on and so forth. So if I wanted to add these two records at once, you can see omit this particular different column, that is insert into table values, you proceed. So for this, I could simply say insert into high school values. So I use one bracket for Bailey, Ima, and Yes, then another bracket for Chubo Maeva, and everything is okay. So that is how you can perform your multiple row insertion, because you can be asked to write an SQL query to add record into a table. You can use a simple insert into command and do all the insertion at once. But tell you that this multiple insertion is not accepted in Microsoft Access. Yes, Microsoft Access restricts a lot of these different commands. You are coming to the end of this video. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, and to share for our community to grow. And see you in the next lesson, where we shall be discussing about the select command. Thank you and see you guys.